What's going on, Moon Platoon? I have a feeling that today a couple of stocks are running, a couple of stocks are through the roof. Take note that we have DWAC dropped a very significant margin from its highs of triple figures, now back up 11% today. Tesla up 3.5%, was up a little bit more just a few seconds ago, but AMC is an opportunity. Is it a buy signal right now? Well, throughout this live stream, we're going to talk about it. We're also going to be able to say, hey, it's your friendly neighborhood data scientist, Andrew Mo Money, saying hi to each and every one of you. So Shining Fox, what's up? Peter, Tony Gonzalez with the golden meatball coin right next to his name. We got Buy and Hold. We got Peter Clark. We got Finance T Setza. We got B-Boy 22. We got Jay Kanier. We got Luke Wilmer with the platinum meatball coin next to his name. Now, if you guys didn't think meatball coins could get cooler, these guys have been members of the show for a long time. So, Moon Platoon members, what's going on? AMC, let's take a look, has just crossed underneath another level of resistance. Originally support, now turned resistance, 35.71. It is just 40 cents underneath that. Remember, it's still $2 underneath that critical level of resistance right here at 37.18. And we're going to talk about this entire video, how to find the right signals. We're going to use ChatterQuant, which you guys have one more day yet today to get your 40% off on. I was able to extend that offer for you guys. So we are going to look through ChatterQuant to see whether or not there are unusual alerts. We're also going to break down a couple of analyses to understand exactly where those buy and potential sells are coming from. And then we're going to look at the short interest. All of this and more, including the crypto market. Look at that. A significant real Bitcoin has now crossed underneath 60,000 for a good amount of time. Ethereum $4,000 and Doge down 3% to 24 cents. What's going on? Joel, A. Willis, M. Maximus. We got Zach Peter. We got Daniel Day, Sandeep, Dongjin Lee. We got Yuki. We got Tyler Robert. We got Ramen. We got Can I read? Rarefied. There we go. And we got JT. Big Orange Machine with the other platinum meatball coin. How's it going? Daniel Rodriguez. What's up, brother? Good to see you guys. All right. So, as you guys know, Tesla's forming a 2-day, 48-hour cup right now, trying to retake its high of 1,094.94. Be careful, because this is looking like a double top, and you guys probably have been paying attention. Tesla has never gone past $1,000 mark. Let's take a look at AMC right here. Just got rejected by the VWAP. Just got rejected by the EMA earlier today, 35.85. Volumetric weighted average price gave it another steady pounding underneath that line of dynamic resistance. What's going on, Joanne? So usually we are able to then zoom out onto a hourly chart, and then we're going to be able to see a couple more of the patterns. Specifically, a head and shoulders. We talked about this in the live stream right before the big drop on AMC happened a few days ago, which allows a lot of sleeping market participants to miss out on a potential dip. First of all, I'm going to throw this treat at Meatball because you guys have already turned the like counter into the number of people watching. I know you guys care about defeating that algorithm. Here you go. Nice catch. What's up, BTS Sandwich? Oh, man. Good to see you. Red Panda on fire. Matt Blair comedy. You got your bootcamp certificate in financial technology? You sort of know how to code? Congrats. That's the kind of goals that we're here to help you guys make sure you're accountable. You guys are keeping yourself accountable, right? Another treat. And it can't be beat. He's got double ties over there. The bow tie himself. What's up, Edward DeSoto? We got Tracy Stevens. We got Selvon Belgrave. What a cool name. You guys are like fancy vampire names over here. So like we said, we had the head and shoulders on AMC. This is a elementary like technical pattern, right? You're going to see there's going to be 3 points of resistance, and the middle point is going to be the highest. So it's going to look like the head on a body. The shoulders are going to be comparable points of resistance where the stock has been rejected. So when we saw this, essentially when AMC tried to retake the 41.72s, that should have given you a pause, all right? That should have been giving you the understanding that there is going to be bearish action after that. However, now we are taking a look at a potential George W, a potential double bottom down here on the 35 level of support. When last time we were here at 35, we were able to break through that critical level at 37.21, which means this is our next chance. What's going on, Unique Experience? Can you please play the new Buzz Lightyear trailer movie for inspiration purposes? Pretty sure I can't. Pretty sure the mouse will not let me do that. But request received. Lightning Survivor. I don't know. I just do. It's just what comes out of my speaking part. So let's see. Is AMC a buy right now? Let's break down a couple analyses, and then we're gonna talk about Chatter Quant to get the right signals. So here is Chatter Quant right here. So usually we have Lux Algo up. Lux Algo is still a fantastic tool, but today is the day that your 40% off expires on Chatter Quant. So I want to make sure that I cover the features here, so you guys don't go home and say, "Oh no, I could have totally gotten this amazing deal. Only I knew how to use it." So you can look at different trends on Reddit and Twitter. Custom search it on AMC. Look, AMC's next. It goes Apple, AMC, BlackBerry, the ABCs. Come on. All right, so now this is some social data for AMC, scraped right from Reddit and Twitter. There's also stock price to the trading volume. So you guys will notice that the trading volume ticked up right up to comparable to the stock price on the 14th of October. But when the price shot up to the 120s, trading volume was still, actually it dipped. It dipped from the 13th downward. So trading volume goes down and stock price goes up. So the next time you see some sort of disjointed correlation, you're going to eventually be suspicious of where that price action is actually going. Later Reddit posts on AMC as well, and finally we're going to take a look at the alert section. Oh my goodness. Klein Dropper, what's going on? Ramen Nori. Yeah, we're talking about Shiba. Let's put that on the board. Shiba has been running for a couple of days now. Shiba up another 40% today. Hard to keep these numbers in context. But there it is. Webull just started giving out Shiba, and now I think my $5 in Shiba have become at least $10. So there $5 to 10. So that's the trick of it, guys. Small investment in these dangerous. Let's remind ourselves, they're dangerous assets. These are speculative crypto assets. So be careful not to get burned. All right, options flow data for AMC right here. Suspicious put on the 18th of March 2022. And then here is one for November 5th. There's a call for October 22nd. So luckily, you'll be able to find the calls in the same place as the, you'll be able to find the options chain in the same place as you find the latest like Reddit and Twitter comments, for example. Ooh, Alex. And this is a good chance to be able to say that, we've used option sonar in the past, but very little have we been able to contextualize that data with the rest. So that's what Chatter Quant is for. Let's see. Zach Peter says, Miss Andrew in the morning, big time. What's up, Keith Cloverdale? Can you check out AGRI? Going nuts right now. What do you think? Let's just take a little peek. AGRI. AgriForce. Holy, you're not wrong. These are the stocks that have run away. People have already been burned on the way down. 715 has been the high. It goes all the way back up down to $5. I mean, if we saw this over on ChatterQuant, I bet it's going to be a very similar story. It's going to be sentiment down, down, down. Okay, so let's AGRI. Oh wait, oh yeah, there we go. I was like, nothing. So this will be giving us positive sentiment, negative sentiment, neutral sentiment. And the data that they have for AGRI is limited because Not much of it has been talked about until very, very recently. Looks like it's actually mostly neutral and positive sentiment. And trading volume and stock price are pretty much going tandem, hand in hand. So that gives you a better understanding of where the sentiment for the stock has been analyzed. So if this was a lot of negative sentiment, people are likely going to be dumping it in the near future, even if the heights of the stock haven't already been met. Jason talking about bullish divergence. Welcome back, senor, says Louise. What's going on? Unique experiences. I really hate that I can't buy SHIB in New York. We'll call my cousin. Oh, he's always got a cousin. You gotta get a cousin. Pineapple expresses much love to you and Professor Meatball. Maximilian, Ezekiel, Damian, Flores. What's up? Good morning. When is the next time the AMC is going to hit 45? So 45 is actually directly above the retracement at 260%, which means that has been a boogeyman for the price action. Last time we were there, we actually got rejected right at it. So that's 2 cents off. That is, you can't make up technical analysis. You really can't make up these numbers. 260 is a level of retracement we set for months ago. Right? This is based off of the January squeeze numbers. So that's why we are looking at $45 as a critical level of resistance. And we already have one right here, this red line that we need to cross before we can make it back to the 40s. But let's talk about the fact that Twitter, Facebook, all of these huge tech stocks are Snap as well, going low, right and dirty. Where are the buy signals on them? Or is nothing good going to happen for Facebook until they change their name? If you guys have been out of the loop, Facebook has been trying to change its name, or at least talking about it. So it can't wait for your ideas about what Facebook should change their name to. Last time I shouted out a couple of them. SPCE is one of the biggest losers today, down 7.5%, down to 18 bucks. We got TCAT down 9%. I think I still have like 10 bucks in it. Let's see. Can't go wrong. That's like lunch money. That's like someone beat you up and put your money into a volatile stock. You might thank them. I certainly thought I was dumb buying Tesla at 800 because I thought it was a lucky number in Chinese. And then, now it's above 1,000. Dr. Dazzle says, Mr. Andrew, we meet again. We certainly do. It's not like we can't not meet again. Dr. Dazzle, SHIB is ripping to high heaven. Yeah, today is a day for SHIB. Big SHIB energy. I want to say thank you guys for already smashing that like. SHIB rockets. Explodes 44%. Okay, let's talk about this. Quick analysis of Investors Business Daily. Going to the movies is exciting, but can it match the action by AMC, starting the year at $2 a share? Even though an epic short squeeze rally hit overdrive in January this year, AMC stock still attracts short sellers. Data from brokerage Trade Zero America for the week ended July 23rd shows AMC placed third among stocks, trading at least $10 a share and getting sold short the most. A total of 14,000 short sale trades crossed Trade Zero's platform at an average price of $38 per share. AMC ranked number 2 for the weeks ended August 27th and September 3rd. In the latter week, the broker executed 8,000 trades at an average price of $45 per share. In the week ended in September 17th, Trade Zero reports an additional 8,500 short sale trades were made at an average price of $48.39. Yet are the shorts showing fatigue? We're going to take a look at the short interest numbers as well. Data for the week ended October 15th shows AMC seeing 2,600 short trades on the platform at an average price of $39 per share. Shares remain well above an August low near 29. But until Friday's action, they appeared to be winning a battle to regain the north side of a technically pivotal 10-week moving average. AMC fell more than 10% for the week. So, is it a buy right now? After disappointing September, in which the stock retreated 19%. Whoa. How dare you throw trick or treat at me? This is a trick. AMC remains in base building mode after the company smashed second quarter estimates in early August. A Q2 net loss of 71 cents a share came well below an estimated net loss of 93 cents. Sales rebounded to 444 million versus 18 million a year ago, blasting analysts' consensus forecasting for 375 million. So AMC has just been beat, right? Has been exceed expectations, win. And right now is AMC's time to really grind their heels into the price action, sputtering downward into a potential double bottom like we just talked about. What's up, Krimmer? Good to see you. We need to be able to understand what the double bottom actually entails and why it is something that we have been tracking and one of the more resilient, reliable technical indicators. What's up, Mad Hatter? Aaron Salentine, good to see you. Dr. Dazzle says, I hope fun rips again. People have been making some bank on funds. Wave Speech says, book, you make book face. Those are the those are the names for Facebook when they come back in. In August 9th news release, AMC chairman and CEO noted the company raised another 1.25 billion. We know that. We yearned for that, then we suffered for that, and now we have come all the way at the end of all of that money raised to rip AMC. Right back then, that was still in the 20s, and the June squeeze rocketed it all the way past 77. That was in the after hours. Oh, actually, that was a pre-market. Welcomed more than 22 million guests back to its theaters across the globe and saw successive new pandemic-era box office records on the back of new blockbuster films released over the 3-month period. Meanwhile, check out this 50-day moving average. Let's take a look. Given extraordinary gains through late May, is it time to take profits? Oh, impossible? Or is it a buy now? I'm so tired of this article. The story examines fundamental technical fund ownership factors to determine if Leewood Can Company with 1,004 theaters and 11,000 screens scores a good probability of making money for stock traders. They've done this before. They're talking about Mudrick again. Are the shorts covering? We've already seen that the shorts have not covered. Shares sold short stands at 1.3 times AMC stock's daily average volume of 68 million shares, right? We looked at Ortex. We can even take a look at ChatterQuant to see where the short interest is, because you guys know that it's still standing at a high 17%. So that is important. Let's take a look at a fundamental search on ChatterQuant here. T Story says, my birthday, my wife and my dad's birthday is in November. Happy early birthday, T Story. Oh, BTS's good news is breaking my heart too right now. Trevor C says, yo, welcome back, Angelo Money. Just dropped to 50,000 Canadian on our favorite popcorn stock, Apes to the Moon. Trevor, you're gonna get pinned today. That's Canadians, okay? Canadians in here. Representing who? Canadians. The movies. Thanks for leaving a nice chat, guys. That's what happens when you guys leave a comment or a chat. You guys might get pinned. And of course, if you guys like the people that have already talked about their financial goals and achieving them, fill out that Google form down below if you guys want to appear on the show. We are going to be setting up the next appearance this weekend. So by next week, you guys are going to see another one-on-one conversation with someone that has a financial goal they would like to knock out of the park. All right, so make sure to catch you guys on the second channel because you've already subscribed to it. It's in the description down below. All right, so technical analysis of Apple. Now look, it's a buy. Analyst consensus. Okay, so this is some fundamental research about any stock. You can just see whether or not to buy or sell. Let's take a look at SHIB. Does it do non-stocks? No, it only does stocks. Can I look at Maybe it does do non-stocks. I want to see where SHIB is. GME, hiring a team of NFT specialists. Cool. That's a delimit order. Will GME stock be pushed to the next level? What the SEC may have missed in its report on meme stock volatility. So this is the coolest part. The fundamentals part of this tool gives you a ton of articles that we couldn't even see in Webull and the other trading places. So it gives you some better understanding of where these stocks are going. Let's go to the alert center. All right. GME Olympic medal alert. So right here, there are Olympic medal alerts on the left-hand side. You can even have these turned on so you guys don't miss out. You got a Tesla Olympic medal alert right here. Microsoft, AMD is back in. So if you guys are really busy and you don't have time to really understand where a stock is going to go in the next like 4 weeks, but you do want to know exactly when to be alerted for upward and downward motion, it's probably a good idea to just find something simple like Chatterquan. Morning from Maui, Andrew. What's going on? Good to see you, Alec Abrams. Everything but Red Bud the Shib. Aww. 4-hour Mac cross. Almost there, says T-Story. MacD. Moving average. Anthony B says Shiba Inu to the moon. Just needs a penny and I'm out the game. 1 penny? You're going to really kick yourself when it goes up to 2 pennies. Shiba. Let's see if we can do Shiba. So we go to the fundamentals. Wait, hold on, these are trends. These are trends. Let's go to the fundamentals. And then you can look up SHIB, I'm assuming. Nope. I can only do crypto. I can't do crypto yet. I understand. I get it. It's fine. Will AMC let customers pay using Shiba Inu coin instead of Dogecoin? Outpaces stock market gains. Very cool. Could AMC get another rally on top of DWAC? DWAC, where is it right now? Oh, we were talking about it earlier. It was up 11% in this live stream. Now has lost half of those gains. Only up 5%. Still a green day, whereas everything is red. SHIB's still holding on to that 40% up on the day. Anthony B says, what's going on? If it hits 2 pennies, if it hits 2 pennies, still millions. What's up, Tom Tom? Good to see you from Alaska. Yuki says, is my dog like being picked up? All right, buddy. Let's prove it to them. Come here. Come here. I'll give you the treat. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can make it. Come on. Right here. Come on. Let's go. No, he doesn't. He just likes staying on that pillow. Try SHIB USD. No, I think Chatterquant is about to support crypto. But what we can do is we can take a look at SHIB over right here in the top left corner. Still running right now 40%, but off of the high of, what is this? 8 microcents? What is, no, that's too few. 8 like 100th of a cent? No, 8,000th of a cent. So I guess it's 8 microcents. What do crypto people call it? Roy Smith says, aloha from Hawaii. You guys have already retired, huh? You guys are already just chilling in Hawaii. You think AMC is a buy right now, or could it go even lower? So we talked about the fact that AMC has a critical support down here in the 34s to the very beginning of 33.90. So that is where AMC has been supported before. Now that said, if AMC can cross over and perform a double bottom, we could end up seeing the peak here with some resistance and 2 levels of support symmetrically pushing over AMC to the 37.21. So that is why AMC is looking like people want to push it past that critical resistance. The point of the matter is that AMC's short interest is still far exceeding 15%. Apes, we are in the home stretch, says Space Ape, and we held this long. Zamoro says, drunk bought SHIB 3 days ago. It's doubled now. Congrats. Hopefully your drunk self was not was not a miser with their investment. EM says, I'm on vac in Brazil, but won't stop following you, brother. EM, Moon Platoon. Now that's the real deal here. Yusuf says, hey guys, keeping eye on SHIB Army, another family like the Moon Platoon. This journey is amazing. We making history. Look at that SHIB jumping. Yo, if SHIB does go, you know what? SHIB is making me feel away. Let's take a look on the 30-minute chart. Wow, this is like a whisker, a boxing whisker chart right here. The same 30-minute interval crossed all the way down to 38 microcents, all the way up to, what is this? 3.8 microcents to 8 microcents. Yeah. Alex says, kind of true. Gotta fight hard to stay in Hawaii. Granddaddy Funk says, does Prog look good on a technical standpoint? Let's take a look. PROG. You know what? You guys can just straight up ask Chatterquant nowadays. And you guys take a look. PROG. Oh. It's all buy. It's only buy. 15 buys, and it's all blue. Progenity is a penny stock. Be careful, but right now Chatterquant has passed down the decision. To me, it looks like that this is following ascending levels of resistance for the last 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's on the 4th impulse wave. So if you guys ascribe to Elliott wave theory, that means that it is likely finishing up its final natural impulse wave, but anything past that would be stretching into the overbought Bollingers. So if you guys are careful, if you guys are risk averse, I would look at the stock and say, how much do I believe that this is going to be a bullish pennant, and how much do I believe that this is going to be on its last legs for one final impulse. But to be true, you're looking at a uptrend into ascending levels of resistance, descending levels of support. Ascending levels of support, descending levels of resistance. That is a fairly okay 48-hour bullish pennant. However, right now is the chance that it has to break out. It's already on the bottom. So when will it have a chance? PROG is on, is one of the winners of the day. Let me get this. GME. GME is also a winner, I think, of the day. Nope, just turned red for the day. Alex says, a big green hammer, yo. Don't Q you, what's going on? Okay. Let's see. So that's Chatterquant throwing that buy signal on PROG. We already tried SHIB. Let me try SHIB USD just for laughs. Nope. Can't do crypto. So buy signal on Apple. Where is Apple today? I do like to pick an apple when it's ripe. Apple has been feeling himself. Oh, this is the level of resistance I drew like months ago at the 150. Feels good to be right again. So all the way from 139 back up to 150. If you've been selling Apple calls, probably a bad week for you. Let's see. Tom says, if Citadel is a market maker and hedge fund that is shorting the stock, then who's to say they're not charging themselves as a cost to borrow? They can do this forever. We've talked about that in the past, where Citadel acts as multiple different security arms. Because I think their official stance is that they're like sister organizations to each other. But there's like Citadel Securities, and there's Citadel something else, Citadel Hedge Fund, Citadel blah blah blah. Whoa, I love how animated this this like gas fuel on whether or not it's a buy signal. Okay, so what else? What else was the so what how you use ChatterQuant is you take a look at the alerts and then you put them through the fundamentals so that you can see whether or not it's a buy. So here's Facebook is part of the alerts. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just take a look at alerts. Alert center. Okay. Tesla, Microsoft, AMD, Hood. So let's take a look at those four. Tesla. Tesla's a big ol' hold right now. Oh, it's a sell already. Tesla, oh, it's pushing against major resistance. It's never been $1,000 before. I would be feeling a little antsy. And then let's look at, what's the other one? I heard Hood. That's Robin Hood in the hood. Robin Hood's a big old hold right now. Sell as well. Markets aren't feeling super hot. Robinhood Revolution has hit the pause button. Oh, we haven't had our daily gym. Our daily dose of gym. Let's take an AMD. Let's see. Anthony says, got in on SHIB at 48 like micro cents. Just under a $700 buy may make you may make you a 401k. I'm like, may make you $401,000. J Deep says, how much have I lost in AMC? I haven't lost anything. I got in at $10. I'm feeling pretty good. AMD, it was an Olympic gold, it was an Olympic alert and it's neutral. AMD CEO Lisa Su on Facebook's metaverse plans, supply chain issues. Look, it's the double dose of Jim right here. You can't get away from Jim.
We'll start with Hood, though. Bigger than expected loss, revenue miss, although revenue was up 35. The share of crypto, Jim, goes from 51% down to 19%. As B of A this morning suggests, maybe return to work is having an effect on people sticking around and trading crypto.
It's going back and forth with DraftKings. It's return to work and gambling. I mean, there are too many people who are gambling, obviously, because Dogecoin was the coin that people that Vlad mentioned, Vlad Tennant, the CEO. I was impressed by the call. I was impressed by the call because I had been hoping.
Smack that. What's going on? Thanks for the soup.
Stick with it.
Toronto Exchange. I'll look into it.
Vlad's doing a retirement portal, so to speak, but it's not done. Now, I'm not saying that nothing's being done, that there's no trading. I am saying that if you read the conference call, you would think it's a fad. And David, if it's a fad, well, what can I say? They got a lot of people, 22 million, but they don't have a lot of money in their accounts. And this was a quarter where it was crypto or nothing.
Right. I mean, I guess the alternative argument is, fad or not, they are making connections and creating relationships, if you want to call it that, that will extend far beyond this moment in time, and that's where the value of the platform ultimately will be derived from.
Right, and the faster they get these
particularly with this cohort. But in terms of quarter to quarter, I mean, they're not making any money, obviously. Pay for order flow is still the key part of their revenue, and who knows where that's going to be in the future.
10%.
And it will be episodic, potentially, given interest in some of these asset classes that could wane.
And we look at Morgan Stanley, and Morgan Stanley's not episodic. Schwab is not episodic. There's a fickle notion. At one point in the call, I said, listen, we all know that the first quarter is the best for this business. I mean, I don't know. I worked at Goldman Sachs. I never once heard about seasonality. I never once had my best quarter be my first quarter. And believe me, I say that because I wasn't the only one. And
okay. No, well, funny dish aside, SmackDat says, could possibly Citadel's naked shorts through the Toronto Exchange? Remember, it's illegal wherever. It's just a different kind of Canadian illegal. But there are ways around it. You are 100% right. People have been doing their own research. I will do some into the Toronto Exchange. Take a look at the fact that Robinhood fell 10%. So it's kind of like, it's systematic, right? We had Facebook miss, and then it did a huge buyback. And so it gained in the after hours, and then it went right back down. But it didn't suffer a 10% loss or a 20% loss like the Hood and Snap missing their earnings. So you are essentially just putting money on the table, missing out if you guys don't get these alerts, which is why this is the last day to get your ChatterQuant. ChatterQuant was the one that told me about the Hood alert right here, right? So if you guys want to be able to get your 40% off, this is the last day for it. I was able to extend it for 1 week. Can't extend it for any longer than that. Let's take a look at AMD.
Lisa, it's David. When you talk about growth markets, I come back to a conversation that we had yesterday on this set about the metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg seems to think towards the end of this decade, that's going to be a huge potential business opportunity. And my friend to my right here, Mr. Kramer, talks a lot about NVIDIA potentially providing the chips to make that happen. How do you see it, and where would AMD's place, if any, be if the metaverse does turn out to be something quite significant?
Yeah, David, that's a great question, and I might, generalize it to, the whole area of high-performance computing and heterogeneous computing. Look, we believe, this vision of the next 5 to 10 years, whether you're talking about high-performance computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, or the metaverse, you just need more performance, and actually, you need more tailoring and customization of compute capability. So, we're investing heavily in this thing called heterogeneous computing. It's the idea that you have the right compute for the right workload, and that's across our entire portfolio. So, CPUs, GPUs, and frankly, this is where Xilinx really comes in nicely with FPGAs and adaptive computing. So together, we'll have all the components to enable that metaverse and much, much more.
Speaking of components, I wonder, you talked a bit about match set constraints on PCs, you're adding supply on game console chips. If we're talking shortages, and everybody right now is obsessed with shortages, Lisa, as you know, where do you think it's most acute? What is the canary?
Well, I would say that this has been a year where having a strong supply chain is a really big advantage. And, that's been the case with us. I'm really proud of what we've been able to do in our supply chain. When we started this year, we were thinking that we were going to grow, 37% year on year. With our fourth quarter guide, we're now guiding to 65% year on year. And that comes with, one, very strong demand. So we're in the right markets with the right products. But that also comes with sort of a deep set of partnerships on the supply chain side. So we've been able to unlock incremental supply as we've gone through the year.
I've been fooled. I thought Jim was in this video. But just the thumbnail. So AMD already crossed through a loss on the day. Now is green 2% up, whereas a lot of the rest of the market is hurting. One letter off, Keep going down the alphabet. Look at that doggo. AMC needs Meatball to get a treat. Alright guys, I'm going to throw this treat at Meatball. The only thing that I have to say is, if this video has been fun, it's been exciting, it's been interesting, or you guys just missed seeing our goofy faces, you guys know what to do. A like on this video equal to the number of people watching it. That's super important. You can even comment out which like you were. And finally, come back when this video is over. Watch it again. Comment down below. And subscribe if you guys want to stay for more. Here he goes. 3, 2, 1. Finger on the like button. 3, 2, 1. Here. Nice job, Meatball. Good catch. Okay. Okay, what was that final alert that we had? SPY, well, obviously, SPY and Microsoft. We saw that AMD, MSFT. All right. Neutral. What are these Olympic medals? Well, this is mostly buy, actually. So I guess these are two different analyses. This technical analysis is based off just the numbers, and this is based off the analyst consensus. So the analyst consensus right now is a strong buy for Microsoft. Microsoft stock after earnings breakout. I'm imagining Microsoft has already gone. Was that happy soft after earnings? A rip from 310 to 318, then from 318 to 324. Not bad. 4% up over the day. So some of these are only caught by these signals. You would have been able to catch these a little bit earlier. Thanks, ChatterQuant. Nice catch, Meatball, says Rob Winter. EM says, AMC apes, Shiba army, what's next? Be rich? What's I'm gonna start saying that from now on. Scrambled eggs and bacon. What's next? Be rich. EM saying holding SHIB to 1 cent. B Moo says good catch, Meatball. Miss you guys. Love every day. Big miss. Big love. Oh man. Let's see if we can get a couple of other alerts here. Oh yeah, the last thing we didn't see is in the SPY. So we got GME, Tesla, AMD, Hood, SPY. Yeah, let's look at SPY. S&P 500. Josh says, please check SPY. Perfect. That's exactly where we are right now. We've come full circle. Whoa. Okay, so technical analysis for SPY is a strong sell over on ChatterQuant. Do the analysts agree? No analyst ratings data. Okay. Let's see. SPY. Perfect time to double down on short position. SPY has been regaining all-time highs after a speedy downturn as various macro and microeconomic indicators remain volatile. All right. Looks like that's the current consensus over on ChatterQuant. Not feeling up to it. Also makes sense. It looks like SPY has just been slowly, without any theory, without any momentum, just kind of crawling. It would have a couple of days of flat, and then it would try and raise up to a brand new level. I'm assuming it's pretty overbought right now when it comes down to the 455. I don't think we've seen that. I think this is an all-time high. Let's see. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah. Let's go before the pandemic. Yeah, this is an all-time high for SPY, so be careful. All-time highs are not always a good thing. Unique experiences. Andrew, check Lucid. Still strong. Lucid. Remember, guys, the tool I'm using is, say it in the chat, ChatterQuant. Yeah, what is Lucid's symbol? It's like LCID. There it is. LCID. Up 2.5. Another winner of the day. Ooh, looking like a little cup and handle happening. 2-day cup and handle. Okay. Lucid. There's nothing spooky about this October 30th catalyst for Lucid Motors. Investing in Lucid is not without the risks. Some of you have already made some big money off of those risks. Looks like most of these technical analyses have been sell, except for SPY which was a huge sell. October 30th catalyst. Hold on. This week began with the company tweeting a photo that indicated that it was about to begin shipping out its first models of the Lucid Air today. Lucid confirmed that the week would end with the vehicle deliveries beginning on Friday, October 30th. Lucid stock has seen plenty of turbulence since the fall began, but for investors, this next catalyst should not be scary. All right, there it is. Lucid started delivering cars, his unique experience. Yeah, I think Lucid is going to have a pretty solid upturn. Unless this news gets overblown and people don't like it. Stu BHAM. Let's take a look at a GME report. GME. Here's their team of NFT and Web3 specialists. The delimit order, 17 things to know as Citadel Securities heads to court. Okay, let's take a listen. Let's take a look at what to see when Citadel is going to court. This is a day ago. So Citadel went to court yesterday, but it's not under investigation. The largest market maker of Robinhood has caught its fair share of flack from GameStop fallout. Yeah, very fair. If you're shorting it, it's better be fair. It claims that the SEC is failing to understand the burdens and adverse implications of delimit orders, which it is approving for implementation on the market. But for many investors, this case is leading to more questions than it's answering. Namely, what is delimit order? Delimit orders are the subject of a contentious new court battle between the SEC and Citadel Securities. The company is taking on the government agency as a result of the SEC's approval of delimit orders for use in the stock market. This, of course, is something that Citadel does not want. As such, it's aiming to plead its case to a judge as why the SEC is in the wrong. Okay, what is a delimit order? And other questions from the Citadel lawsuit. What is a delimit order and other questions from the Citadel lawsuit? Kind of love the way that that's framed. Citadel lawsuit. Citadel lawsuit. End of video. End of video? Like mid video. Citadel lawsuit. And what is a delimit order? Let's see. MMAT for late. Heck yeah. It's about to golden cross, and I'm glad to see you again. Hey, good to see you too. Okay, just for you real quick, before we talk about delimit orders, we're gonna take a look at MMAT. Usually I use LuxAlgo, still love LuxAlgo, but I'm gonna use ChatterQuant today because it is the last day you guys have to get 40% off. In fact, I think if 10 more of you sign up, there's something special that will happen. So I think if you guys are just on the fence, go ahead, use the link in the description. It's chatterquant.com/AndrewMoMoney. You guys know what it is. Last week they raised the price. I extended the discount for another week so you guys can have one more shot at it. But today is the last day. So buy signal for MMAT. Looks like your golden cross is fairly well received by the rest of the community. Crossed all the way down here. Hold on a sec. Let's take a look at the end of this Robinhood vid while Meatball has something to say to me. I'm going to talk backstage.
I don't know. Again, I was depressed by it because I really want to see younger people stick with it. But maybe they're in daily fantasy. DFS, David, it's very good. I don't know if you ever do one.
Your point about Schwab is good. Yesterday, Morgan Stanley upped their target on Schwab from 97 to 115 because they are more bullish on the company's ability to capture Gens Y and Z.
Yeah, both Morgan Stanley and Schwab are set up. Remember, Morgan Stanley bought E-Trade, David. I've got to. When I look at this, what I think is there was a tremendous burst of excitement. And a lot of the excitement had to do with GameStop and AMC.
Yes.
And then the money shifted toward crypto, of which mostly is Dogecoin. Well, look, which I'm...
So started as an actual joke.
Right, started as a joke.
He's behind. It's Shib now.
So I started as a joke. I mean, it really is kind of like you read the quarter and you said, well, at least there weren't huge outflows. But we know that there's a couple $100 per account, according to the work that Gensler did. So, I mean, is the revolution over? Is the Robinhood revolution over? I think it's hit the pause button. And there's a lot of address of the tranches that are for sale. They're not huge,
right?
But it's pause until we see people come back to traditional equities firms. Yeah, and they have the wallet. The wallet would help, and I wish they did have an IRA product. I mean, they say, listen, we're developing it. Well, flick the switch, darn it. If I were PayPal, I'd just buy them.
If I was PayPal, I'd buy Robin. Okay.
Jim Cramer joined us now, Jim, and God, Alphabet, Microsoft, they're amazing. I want to ask you about Boeing.
Bounce back
I've
stocks.
been thinking about it, and it is called higher. It is called higher this morning, I think, although Phil said the numbers maybe...
If you guys are just joining, which I think most of you have already been here, we are talking about, what is this? Is this the D3? Yeah, here's the delimit order and other questions from the Citadel lawsuit. But first, bounce back stocks. It's going to take about 90 seconds. Airbus and Boeing.
We weren't up to speed with what Wall Street was looking at. But I don't know, Jim. Earlier this week we kept talking about Airbus in terms of Pratt & Whitney, and Airbus this, Airbus that. Boeing is still 50% below its all-time high, while the Dow is at all-time highs. It pains me to say it. Has Airbus supplanted Boeing as the global leader? Can they regain the mantle? They have?
I think that, yeah, I mean, Airbus is definitely the global leader now, and that's because both the 787 has issues, and the 737 MAX has got plenty for sale if you want some. But I will say this, the cash flow, operating cash flow was better, meaning that there's not as much money bleeding. And that means if they can get an order from China, China seems to be warming up in some of our businesses and financial, they've been better. And I certainly think you could say that, Otis Elevator said they were very strong in China. Nike, I think, is coming back in China. Apple's in China. So perhaps if the Chinese government wants to be able to make another olive branch, that's going to make it so Boeing very quickly goes up 50 points. That's why my Travel Trust, I'm afraid to sell it, frankly, because I do think that if things have stabilized, they don't need to do an equity offering until next year. And I think that they very quickly can come back if you think that international travel is going to come back, and I think it is.
International travel. Speaking of which, I'm going to be in Europe interviewing you guys for the second channel. So if you guys are European and you want to see me in person, it's a good chance to be able to fill out the Google form, tell me which country you're in so I can see whether or not I'm passing by you. All right, take a look at IWM. Actually, look, we took a look at Funko. It's about 25% down since a couple of weeks ago. It looks like it's reaching at the bottom of a support. If you guys notice that there, like IWM, is some EMA action swinging by to try and catch the falling price action. In fact, today the EMA has just sliced into the price action, now currently underneath it. So if it doesn't treat it as resistance, if it can crawl back up today, this is a critical day. Even if it's boring, watch IWM if it can cross over this purple line here at 220. What is this? 226 right now, about 30 cents away. All Music says 1 cent incoming. I remember Dogecoin $1, and now it's Shiba 1 cent. All right, keep those things into perspective. Okay, delimit. I was just watching Meatball to make sure that he's okay. You good? I'm watching him. Amsterdam, Paris, Spain. Yo, that was my very first European trip. Like, it was like 3 years ago. I did Amsterdam, and then I did Barcelona, and then I did Paris as last. What was most fun? Amsterdam was way more fun. Barcelona, I went back a couple more times to enjoy it properly. I'm going to Paris. First stop this time around. That's that data dog. It's Professor Meatball. Okay, delimit orders. It's important to first know what a limit order is. A limit order is a stock order type that puts limits on the price at which a trade executes. A buyer can set a limit order to buy stock when it reaches a specified price. A seller can do the same with sales. With limit orders, traders can be sure their trades will execute only when a stock's price is satisfactory. Sellers will sell only when a stock climbs to a specified high or higher. Buyers only buy when a stock dips to a specified low or lower. This gives investors more control over the execution prices of their trades. Now, a delimit order is a new type of order proposed by Investors Exchange in early 2020. Delimit orders utilize artificial intelligence, which uses a robust set of qualifying variables to predict if a stock's price will change. If the AI predicts a stock price will move unfavorably against a trader's limit order, it will adjust the limit order's expectation price to be outside of the predicted price changes range. The SEC approved delimit orders at the beginning of October, allowing exchanges to adopt the order type for widespread use. Delimit orders have support by those claiming it will help retail investors to level to playing field with institutional investors. Wall Street traders have much more robust technology at hand for trading. This order type will put some of the tech in retail traders' hands. It's amazing how much actual technology that can be used to, make hospitals better, make better government, make better policies is just spent on brilliant engineers making numbers slightly more profitable with very, very powerful trading algorithms. Copenhagen, I'm coming to Copenhagen. Jens Gemmel says Berlin is the place to be. Oh man. Kelly Jenkins says, I miss having you every day, and you're such a treat when you and Meatball are here. Big treat on my behalf as well. So happy to see you, Kelly. All Music says, yes, France is very... Uh-oh. You wouldn't go to France? Uh-oh. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Chicago. Another major reason they are highly regarded is that they remove market arbitrage by market makers through payment of order flow. E-trading platforms send huge swaths of trades to a market maker compensation. Market makers then execute these trades at a clearinghouse of their choice. Market arbitrage then is a form of predatory investing enabled by PFOF. Traders buy stocks from one exchange while selling it on another that offers a higher price, then pocketing the difference. The market makers can do this with retail investors' trades. This then incentivizes market makers to ignore the best execution for retail investors. Meatball, where are you? You just chilling? I'm trying to explain delimit orders right now. Come on, buddy. So there are concerns, mostly from institutional investors. The one such concern is that if delimit orders are widely adopted, the algorithm's activity could inadvertently move an entire stock's quote price. So this is what Citadel's lawsuit is. It's against the SEC's ruling. They failed to properly consider the costs and burdens imposed by this proposal that will undermine the reliability of our markets. Of course, skepticism is rampant over Citadel's motives. They claim in the suit they want to protect the best interests of the retail traders. It's hard to blame the skepticism, though, as Citadel is the largest market maker of retail investments. It stands to lose the most from widespread implementation of delimits. Aha! Awesome. The company is already embroiled in a slew of lawsuits regarding Robinhood's halt of GME. All of these suits have put Citadel on the defensive, fighting to prove that it was not a bad actor. It's just like Facebook. Hey, no, we're not evil. You guys are bullies. Stop. Don't bully me. What's up, Bruce La Coppola Hair Salon? Big shout out to the hair salon. Shiba Coin Moon. And AMC GME Moon soon. Guillermo says, be careful not to bump into a Joe Goldberg from you. Ah, nice one. Good to see you, Guillermo. Food is nasty. People don't like French food. All right, let's see. While the SEC's recent report on GME seemed to absolve Robinhood and Citadel from these theories, they did not. Questions yet remain about the cause of the trading halt. This did not. This basically mentioned that the shorts have not yet covered, and Citadel is directly in that spotlight there. Even still, while Citadel might not be under suspicion of causing a trading halt, many investors believe it is still the perpetrator of market arbitrage. The company handles 37% of all retail trades, most of which come through Robinhood's PFOF model. Of course, the relationship and the great controversy puts the company in a very bad light, regardless of whether or not it ultimately sees punishment in court for bad actions. So they're going to court. But they are going to court because they would like to sue. They would like something changed, please. It's funny. In a sad way. Let's see. Let's put this in here. Market sleeps. Apes eat. Let's see now. Okay, so that's that. And then 11 stocks that can 11x your money. Okay, so let's take a look once again. You guys had some, we talked about MMAT just a second ago. Here's the data on that. It's one of the only buy signals from ChatterQuant. So that's, I mean, it's up there. We looked at a couple of other buy signals. This is the last day you guys can get that ChatterQuant 40% off. It was actually over -6 days ago, but I was able to extend that to today. So today is the final day for that. It's the first link in the description down below. Let's take a look at Facebook real quick. I think Facebook's the last one we missed. Okay, so I believe the analyst consensus is buy, but technical is sell. The technical analysis for Facebook is sell. Analyst consensus is buy. So they're scraping a bunch of different analysts like recommendations, so you guys don't have to go through like 4 billion ads to be able to see what an analyst is saying. And then they put all of that data together into one pie chart. I know. Pie charts. Let me talk to the founder, because you guys know how I feel about pie charts. Pie. Hold my bear, says anybody here from Australia? That's why he needs you to hold his bear. His koala bear. Crikey. Alright. FTC has started looking into disclosures that social media giant Facebook has identified ill effects from its products. I love how they said Facebook realized that Facebook is bad. So now we're going to investigate whether or not that's true. Apple's Admageddon is affecting Snap, Facebook, Google, Twitter differently. It's talking about Snap losing a quarter of its market value. I think Snap has actually recovered a tiny amount yesterday. Let's see where it is today. It's even lower. Let me practice my French accent before I go. Oh, Zutalo. So now might actually be an interesting time. Let's look at some Snap news then. Because out of all the tech stocks, this is the one getting hit really hard. Go to ChatterQuant. Go to the fundamentals. So remember, the fundamentals is actually a brand new tool that just got released. So you guys not only getting brand new tools released on barely much like one every like 2 weeks, even faster. Crypto's coming out soon, but you're getting it 40% off. SNAP. Let's see. Dan Mulligan, good to see you. Great name, by the way. Rochelle, good to see you. All Ruiz, I think I've already said hi to you, but good to see you if I haven't. All right, Snap is a sell. And analyst consensus is a buy. Again, counter to each other. Why Snap shares are falling. They're falling again, which is why people might be interested again in the same question. Snap is topping 100 million users in India, partners with Flipkart. And there's the Admageddon article again. Oh yeah, they were defending impact on kids. Instagram for kids. Twitter reported quarterly loss of 54 cents per share. Twitter reported quarterly sales of 1.28 billion, which met the analyst consensus estimate of 1.28 billion. Snap, which refers to itself as a camera company. Fine, you know what? I don't want to read your article. Okay. Here it is. After Snap lost a quarter of its market value and took other internet stocks down with it last week, there are fears that Apple's recent privacy changes would upend the entire internet advertising market. But it turns out not so much, at least with Facebook and Alphabet's YouTube showed some effects in their earnings report this week. Yeah, Google's up another 6%. Holy Toledo. Good time to be in these specific stocks. Google just made up a week's worth of dip. I think this is an all-time high for Google. Let me see. Yeah, this is the stock market hitting its all-time high. I'm not gonna say that this is starting to feel a lot like every other time in history when the stock market has hit an all-time high, but I'm certainly a little. I'm sweating a little bit about the overall market. I'm not giving you financial advice, just giving you my sweat. On Tuesday, both Alphabet and Twitter reported third quarter results that managed to avoid significant hits to their revenue as a result of the changes that Apple made to its iOS that lets users opt out of tracking by advertisers. Snap has been hit the hardest so far, and Facebook also said its revenue was hurt by the changes, but both companies gave disappointing forecasts for the fourth quarter. They both did. Thanks, iPhone. Investors who have been nervous about the potential impact of these changes were relieved by the results of Alphabet, which exceeded estimates, while its YouTube business was only modestly impacted, executives said. The YouTube business. Oh, you know what? That's why. Oh, iOS must have changed. You know what? I'm so mad at you, Tim Apple. How could you? How could you? I was like, YouTube has been changing its algorithm. Must be you. Overall, as we've said, we're pleased with the strength across our business in the third quarter. It was broad-based, it was global, said the CFO Ruth Porat. In terms of the iOS 14 changes specifically, they had modest impact on YouTube revenues. YouTube revenue came about $7 billion, about $200 million shy of analyst consensus estimates of $7.4 billion. I know that seems like a small margin to be wrong, but like, how do you misplace $200 million? Like, oops. I did all the accounting. And it should have been, but it wasn't. Moon soon, friend. Soon, says Mad Hatter. Gobnobber says, I forgot what breed mix of breeds Meatball is. Gobnobber, that's a great trivia question for a giveaway. So, you've come to the part of the stream where I say thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending the morning with me. I had a great time, and you are a great person to spend time with, which means I'm going to now ask the question, what kind of dog is Meatball? What kind of mix is he? And then I'm going to put your names in a random number generator, and then I am going to pick one of you to get something for free. Either a one-on-one with yours truly and Professor Meatball, or something from the Andrew Mo Money merch store. Let's take a look at that merch store real quick. It's AndrewMoMoney.com. Mark Baptiste perfectly timed for the trivia giveaway. The air reeks of these foolery. And Joel is the first one right to be able to put himself into the running. Boom Platoon gear. Like I said, first edition space gear is going away this week. So you guys are going to be looking at a brand new version of the stickers and notebooks and fun other kinds of swag. We got Need More Y-Axis shirts, guys. Those are vintage, going away. We got the Meatball sub shirts, subscribe shirts going away soon as well. So Joel is the first one right. Golden Corgi is the type of dog Meatball is. I'll accept a couple of answers. We got Capacho, Guillermo Villegas Jr. We got Alexander says, are you seeing this Shiba craziness, or you think it's an error? No, it's real. It's real. It's 40% up. Let's see. Jared says Meatball is half meat, half ball. You know what, Jared? I like your moxie. You get to have a chance. Gobnobber, of course, is right. Is a golden korg. Whoops. We got Highbach corgi mix with wrinkle brain. We got Anthony V. How many more should I take? Everyone gets a chance. I'm gonna go all the way down to Caleb. Sativa. We got Hold My Bear. Cargi Coco. He is certainly a Cargi. Daniel Rodriguez. You've already won once, but hey, this is what you need to do to be able to be considered eligible to win this. You guys have to be publicly subscribed to this channel, which means you got to change the setting in YouTube, and you have to be following us on Twitter and Instagram. In fact, I'll give you a chance to do it right now, and I will check. So if you guys have done all three of those things and subscribe to the second channel, right down in the description, it's right next to the subscribe button for the first one, you will be able to be eligible to win something. Once again, from the Andrew Mo Money merch store, such as the Moon Platoon mug right here, or the Meatball, the Money Ball. Whoa! Did you guys feel that? Did you guys feel a small disconnect happen? Phew, thought I was just having a heart attack. It's Andrew Mo. What's up, guys? And Joel, you are the winner. Go ahead and send me an email at andrewmobusiness@gmail.com. Thank you for those of you who have watched all the way through. We're going to have more giveaways. We're going to have one on the next video, perhaps, but mostly importantly, thanks to the Moon Platoon Grillier and Meatball the Space Legends for supporting the show on Patreon and with the join button down below. Right through YouTube. You don't have to go anywhere at all to be able to be a long-standing member of the show and get a fun Meatball coin badge right next to your name that ages with time. So Tom, Lil Pookie, we got Jared, we got Mad Hatter, Esteban, Boom Boom, and your memes. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see all of you in the money. Peace. Peace.